Yeah, we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Back Post. Me and Adam wasn't just pretending to be live for the last three or 4 minutes. We thought we were live. That doesn't matter. We are actually live now. We're here. We're going to be talking about the UCL draw that's happening right now. We're going to be giving our live reactions, and this is our first ever live stream on the Back Post. So that's fun, isn't it? Make sure you get in the comments if you're here. Let us know what you're thinking. We're just going to give our reactions and talk about the Champions League. That's it. How you doing, Adam?
Not too bad, yes. Like deja vu. It's nice to be back in the Champions League, isn't it?
We did just have this conversation, not on air.
I'm excited to see what happens, who we draw, who we can be faced with in the pot of bubbles. So we'll be doing a running commentary of it because we are perfect. We're brilliant. You'd rather listen to us to Hodl, wouldn't you?
Yeah, why would you want to listen to the professionals when you can listen to us? So if we can have a look at the pots now, because we're in the same pot. So we'll just get them up now. So me and you are in pot 2. Chelsea and United are in pot 2 with alongside other people. But this means we will face at least one team from pot 1, which is so dangerous. Like if you take a look at that, you've got the likes of Bayern, Madrid, Liverpool, Juve, PSG, Sevilla also, who smashed the Europa last season. They beat you guys actually, didn't they?
Yeah, I would rather have Bayern Munich than them.
Mate, no, you don't. No, you don't. Coming from a Chelsea fan, you absolutely don't. What teams there actually? This is interesting, right? Because do you want to get like Bayern Munich in early group stages? Yeah, because then you could potentially become second in your group, and then.
So we would get, if we finish second, we would play the first team in a different group.
Yeah. So do you want that or because we had a really tough group last year, but then we managed to scrape out of it, did quite well, and then had Bayern who just embarrassed us. Do you know what I mean? So
at the end of the day, if you want to do well in this competition, we've got to beat the big team. So it doesn't really matter when we get them. I suppose if we do get the likes of Madrid or Bayern early doors, it gives us a bit of knowledge for how we can play against him in the knockouts if we get through.
Yeah, it is true. To be fair, it's that classic. If you beat the bigger teams, you're more prepared. I mean, the Champions League that Chelsea actually won, we had to beat like Napoli, Barcelona, and then Bayern Munich on the way. So you're right, but. Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Bayern Munich are just such a deadly team right now. I think, since we last saw them in the Champions League, they've won another 2 trophies. So they're such a deadly team. They're so well thought out and together that facing them at any point in this tournament will be harsh. And I guess you just rather get them in the final opposed to anywhere else because they'll probably knock you out. I mean, and also we got to talk about Liverpool with it. They're such a strong squad. They've strengthened as well. They could do something big in this year's tournament.
Saying that, from a Liverpool's point of view, looking at our pot, I know they can't draw us, you or City, but you've got both Spanish teams in there. You've got Ajax who, aren't pushovers. So pot 2 is just as scary as pot 1 for me.
Yeah, to be fair, it is. I mean, although you've got Barcelona in transition, I think the likes of Dortmund and Ajax, you're right, like they're going to come for it and they're going to try and do something big in this tournament this year. I mean, that's right. If you look at some of the other pots, like you've got the likes of Leipzig, Inter Milan, Lazio. These like Atalanta, Atalanta and Leipzig last season, they went a long way.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting draw, I think, because you've got new clubs, haven't you, in the pot 4 with Rennes. I can't pronounce that. The team above them.
Go on, give it your best shot, Adam.
No, I'm not going to embarrass myself.
we've got a comment. We've got a comment. Look. down there. Hi guys, Nana, what's going on? Thanks for commenting. They've been a legend so far. They've commented on all our videos. How you doing, mate? Nice to have you in the live stream. Hope we're doing well.
Yeah, and if you've got any queries, any questions, fire them our way. Because
we're the most.
We're gonna go live to the Champions League. It's picking up.
The draw. So yeah, the draw is now actually underway. They had obviously a bit of build up to it, but they're gonna give more build up. Obviously, let's talk about United, mate. You guys played Europa League last season. I think you were favourites to win it really until Sevilla came along. So what are you thinking for the Champions League?
It's hard at the moment. It's very hard to say how we're going to do in any competition because of where we are, the players we've got, the players we've not got. So it'd be nice to get out of the group stage. I think we will, and then it all depends on who we draw. Because I know we're not going to win it, are we? Well, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's one of them, isn't it?
To be back in it, be back with the big boys.
Yeah. Not playing Thursday nights anymore.
Well, exactly. We can play football Thursday night. But in terms of Chelsea, obviously, they got absolutely spanked last year. They got booted out of the Champions League. Mm-hmm. What's your aspirations for it?
Well, great you said that. Zaki just put, what's your prediction? Hello, Zaki. Thanks for commenting. So it's difficult, isn't it? So I think you just summed it up. It's very similar to Chelsea right now. We're very much in transition. We're trying to find our feet in the Premier League, and then the Champions League is coming along not too far away. So after this draw is done, we'll be playing at the end of October, whoever we got. Mm-hmm. So if I actually had to give a prediction, I mean, I want to get out of the group stage. You always want to get out of the group stage. Oh no, Adam. Only but professional stream here on the back post. So getting out of the group stage is vital, and then it's just who we come up against. Last year, if it weren't Bayern, we could have gone further, but it was so. But yeah, that's the best I can do.
You've got to guess who you're going to draw in the first pot.
Oh, guess it. You know what? Right, knowing our luck, it will be Bayern. It'll just be one of them where it's just like. They'll make us pay again and they'll embarrass us again. If I had to pick one of the big boys, so obviously if you look at the pot again, I'll get the pot up again. If we had to play some of the big boys, so if you take out Porto and Zenit out of that, sorry, don't hate me. If you had to play one of them lot. It's difficult, isn't it? Like Sevilla looked deadly last year. You got people like Real Madrid. We haven't played Real Madrid in a long time. Maybe Real Madrid, and they're also in transition. They've shipped out so many players. Oh, sorry, on the stream right now, King Drogba is just walked out. What a legend!
Bald Drogba.
But yeah, a very bold Drogba, man. Shout out to. Yeah, he's a legend. Anyway, get him back at the club. We'll win the Champions League again. But yeah, so I think Real Madrid. They're very much in transition right now. The Hazard's injured again, so there could be a team to try and get at the moment.
No, I'd take it. I would.
Yeah, and PSG. Ever since they were in the final only like a month or two ago, they've gone off the rails a bit, haven't they? So PSG, they might be a team as well.
I said this last season, they're always a maybe club in the Champions League, aren't they? They're never going to be up there, I don't think. Even when they got to the final, you just knew that Bayern were going to tear them a new one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I mean, to be fair to them, they only lost 1-0. But, compared to the likes of Spurs and us and, getting slapped 7 goals plus, you know what I mean? Like, they soaked up pressure well. Got another message. Hi from Azerbaijan, Baku. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, mate? Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for commenting. Let us know what you think in the comments, everyone. Let us know. I was going to say, out of the pot there, who do you think, have we got any underdogs this season? There's always a couple. Last year it was Lyon. I think they were the biggest underdogs. Who are you thinking?
I've seen Marseille there. Marseille, I'm pretty sure they beat PSG last week, the week before.
Mm-hmm.
That they could be a dark horse. You never know. I mean, that the point of a dark horse is that you don't expect it from them. So I think,
Yeah.
I'd like to see Inter Milan do well as well.
I was going to say Inter, heartbreak in the Europa League final last season. They've, obviously a Chelsea fan loves Antonio Conte, wants to see him do well. You've got as well Lazio and Atalanta, some of the Italian sides. Like Atalanta did bits last season as well, and you've also Lazio with Immobile, they can do anything. We've got a couple more comments. So Daniel Thomas said, "Which teams do you guys support?" I'm a Chelsea fan, and Daniel, you'll be happy because Adam is a United fan.
Yes.
So we're just here hoping to avoid the bigger clubs.
You'll feel shy in about half an hour probably, so that will be quite entertaining.
Yeah. We've also got Zaki again. So hope Barca and Liverpool in the same group. That could be quite interesting, actually.
Group.
Again, I mean, you can say this about so many big clubs at the moment. Barcelona very much in transition. New manager, shipped out the likes of Suarez and Vidal, keeping Messi captive. They're not looking the strongest like they have done it before. So, yeah.
It'd be nice to see a group of death. We always get a group of death, won't we?
Yeah,
Inter Milan, Liverpool, and we'll say Barcelona, shall we?
Yeah, that'd be quite nice. Oh, I'm excited, man. I love the Champions League. It's so good.
They're licking Chelsea's ass, aren't they? And Aluda's on now.
Yeah, man. I don't know what's Aluda doing now. Another legend, man. So Daniel said, now, big United fan, but in all honesty, I hope we guys really don't get any big teams. Mate, 100%, we're the same, ain't you, Adam?
Oh yeah, I would hate to get Bayern or you know what? I wouldn't even like to play Juventus either, because these big teams are just the way we are at the moment. We are in transition. We've been in transition for 7 years. I know. If we're getting done over by Palace in the league, then.
I mean, excuse me if I don't know, but have you come up against Ronaldo since he played for you? I can't remember.
Cool times for Madrid.
Yeah.
He scored at Old Trafford and beat us 2-1. That was his first game against us. That was, I couldn't tell you what year it was.
That's what I mean. So if you do get Juve, you got a nice little reunion on your hands.
Yeah.
Daniel also said he wants to see English teams do well. That's where we disagree, Daniel. Because I do not want to see United, Liverpool, or City do well at all. Maybe when Chelsea get knocked out, then possibly. But even then, I don't want to see Liverpool do
it. If you support smaller teams, like the teams that aren't in the Champions League, for Tottenham, for example, you probably do want to see the other English teams do well. Because I was the same last year. I did want Chelsea to do well. I did want Tottenham to do well.
Did you?
Okay. I did. You don't want to see him. You don't want to. It's embarrassing to English football, isn't it, really?
I mean, it wasn't last 2 seasons ago. It was an all-English Europa and Champions League. So it was only last year we kind of fell off a little bit. Who do you think will win the Champions League?
We haven't spoke about that, have we?
No, we haven't. That's probably the biggest question. It's hard to not look past Bayern Munich because I'm guessing they'll be favourites because of just the team that they've got right now. I think you've got Liverpool as well, who have strengthened and have not slowed down since their last Champions League win. So who knows? That could be one. Who you got? Anyone else, Adam?
I agree. I think Bayern and Liverpool are the obvious ones. I would hate Liverpool to win it. In respect to what was said. I can't see anyone else winning it. Honestly,
it's difficult, isn't it? It's so hard to look past Bayern Munich winning it for me. They look deadly, man.
Like you said, they won the Champions League. They didn't switch off. They carried on. and they've won another trophy, another 2 trophies. Sorry. So,
yeah, we got probably my favourite comment. Excited to see who Spurs are going to get. You have to tune in tomorrow for that one. Good.
I'm hoping Josh makes an appearance today.
Yeah, he should be. He's on his way home, so he should pop his head in at some point, hopefully. But yeah, we got Daniel's popping up again. That's one for you, Adam.
We know. Listen, I'm frustrated. It's like I can't even describe it. There's big problems upstairs, isn't there? And there has been for a few years. I don't know what it is because I've got no intel, but it becomes a point where we're just going to get worse and worse as a club, and as a team, because we've not got the players to keep up with Chelsea, to keep up even with Arsenal and Tottenham at the moment. It pains me to say it. When we did our predictions a few weeks ago, I put us fourth, maybe. No, I put us fifth. Tottenham and Arsenal could finish above us if we don't sign the right players. A player, never mind. I think
yeah, I mean, a point in your favour, I guess, would be, the last time you was in this competition, Ollie pulled out some mad performances, although some decisions were shaky. But like I think he's known now as a bit of a big game player, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And this is the biggest tournament, so maybe this could bring some morale up if you do something well.
Hopefully, yeah. I mean, we've got the homegrown players that we want it more than anyone. So that's my only hope at the moment. We'll have to see what happens in the future if we do sign anyone before the window shuts. And even still, you've got the January transfer window, haven't we?
Yeah.
To change everything. We'll have to see. But Daniel, we're in it together, mate.
And he's actually just said something else. So, and I'm going to be honest with you, this board at the helm, I don't see us winning the league for now without us backing Ollie. I'm sick and frustrated, Adam.
I agree. I think we should stick with Ollie. I think the worst thing we can do is get rid of Ollie, get a new manager in. He's got the same players. He's still got the board above him. The problem isn't Ollie. The problem is the board. The problem is us not signing any players. Chelsea have signed players. Tottenham have signed players. We're going to fall behind if we're not careful.
Yeah, definitely. They're on the stream now. They're doing like goalkeeper of the year. So who knows when the actual bloody announcements are going to be the actual draw.
A bit early, aren't we?
Well, they always do this. They always come out like with this quite big ceremony, don't they, for the draw?
They're going to do all the players.
I hope not. I hope not. Just like here's the left back of the year, because we don't need that. We got a comment here. This Karela Blasters. So that's a fun one. Hopefully the Karela Blasters do well this year. Don't think they're in the Champions League, unfortunately. I mean, yeah, they're not. Oh God. If I just get something up real quick, give me a sec. So the first game of this is actually the 20th / the 21st of October.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be then every year or every week or so. So like that goes to add this, crazy run of fixtures that everyone's got at the moment. It's just going to add to it again. But with this tournament, you can't even rotate, really, can you? You've got to give it you all. You've got to put your best squad out there. So how are you feeling about that, Adam?
Well, this thing, you've bought quite a handful. You bought a handful of players, so you have got the squad at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
We have. I think we have a good starting 11. It's the starting 11 that finished 4th in the Premier League. It's not shit, is it? We've got a bit of confidence issues, but in terms of the Champions League, we need some leg, don't we? Because it's not going to. The same team can't play in the Premier League, the Champions League, the FA Cup. But it goes back to that same issue of players, of signing players.
Yeah, it's the. I mean, like you say, I think I'm quite happy with Chelsea's business because we have strengthened, and Nana yours just said this as well. With Chelsea's former manager and pedigree of its players, how likely is it Chelsea going to make the next stage or round if we have one of the big teams in our groups? Well, with the kind of players we've brought in, I think we have that rotation to play when it comes to these games. And, like we saw it last season, Leipzig were not favourites by any means, but I think, Vernon and the team spirit they had brought them through it. So we've got there someone who knows how to play in the Champions League. You know what I mean? We've got some of the lads, our younger lads, have played in the Champions League last season as well, which is quite beneficial for them. So I do think, if I'm going to predict, we're definitely going to get out of the group. It might not be set first, especially if we do get a big squad like Bayern or Real Madrid, but definitely believe we can get out of the group this year. I mean, we did last year with nowhere near the talent we've brought in, and with a group of death like Valencia, Ajax as well. So yeah, we got a question here saying, "What do you think about Juventus?" Which is a interesting one because obviously me and Adam are very knowledgeable of Juventus, but I mean. It's romantic with it really because Pirlo's back and he's the manager, and obviously I'm going to be on board with that because I'm on board with Frank being mine, and so. But they've played a couple games in the Serie A so far and they've done all right. They've got rid of Sarri in a year, which goes to show exactly why we needed to, the kind of rigidness that he performed. But yeah, they've got Ronaldo, they've got Mr. Champions League. They should do well, shouldn't they?
Yeah, they should. They're a big team. They're a big European team, aren't they? It would be a shame to see him fall out of it again, but I can't see him doing that. I hope Pirlo does well.
Yeah, I think we wish him well. Also, I want Buffon to lift it eventually. Thanks, Hope agrees. Oh yeah, hold on. We've got the boys here, Josh. You've come just in time because I think they're just doing the draw now.
Well, it's good. Buffon will never lift the Champions League. Just saying.
Listen, I want him to though. You can't. You can't.
Nice, but I also would like world peace. Never going to happen.
I think he'd retire when he does. I think that's the only reason why he hasn't retired yet.
58. He's going to retire anyway.
No, I think he would have retired already if it weren't for the fact that he wanted it.
I am getting onto it. I just have to use the YouTube stream and on my TV, which is it's taking its time.
No worries, mate. Who do you think is going to win it this year then, Josh?
I think the favourites have to be well, actually I was going to say Bayern Munich again because of last season, but then I'm thinking but they weren't I don't know. They haven't. I know they've just won the Super Cup. It's Bayern Munich. Yeah, it's Bayern Munich. Surely. PSG are gonna, we're gonna. Oh, it's finally their year for all of that money to come in and win it, and then they'll face Atalanta and they'll just cry.
Atalanta. I said Liverpool though, mate. What about Liverpool?
They're a good shout, obviously, but it depends. It's interesting because we've seen them with a hungry Champions League season. Then we've seen them throw. I want to see Liverpool this year go for every single trophy. Otherwise, what's the point?
That's the next step.
Thrown
isn't it?
all your cups last year. Just get a grip. Try and win everything. Try and compete with those great Man United sides, those great Chelsea sides. Really put yourself, cement your place as the greatest team in the Premier League history if you win multiple trophies this season.
Yeah, 100%. That's the next step. It's I know City obviously didn't do it in the Champions League, but they won everything domestic they could have, and that's what brought us to it.
I think we're ready to go, boys. Are we?
Yeah, I finally got it on. We're all good.
There we go.
The draw's finally here. 24 minutes into the stream.
I think a good time. I'm looking at. Oh, it's an advert. Never mind. Any interesting chats I've been missing?
Well, we evidently spoke about United and the board. we spoke about any dark horse. You got any dark horses, Josh? You think any dark horse will come out of
Champions
this?
League.
Yeah.
I think. God, I mean, RB Leipzig spring to mind, but they've lost Werner. Just they'll continue pissing off all of Germany. I'm sure of it. Not really. I think. Dark horses in the sense that I think Atletico are now built for this competition with their squad. Like, you're looking at Barcelona, and their only signing is Dest, the American right back. And you're thinking, really, lads? You've lost how many players? And then Real Madrid obviously have stripped out their squad. So,
yeah, definitely. And you got Atalanta as well.
Yeah, I think they'll. It's one of those things where they'll probably do okay, but I don't think they'll come near what they achieved last season.
Yeah, that's true. But to be fair to them, they qualified again for this year's tournament last year without doing it in the Champions League by getting that 4th place. So they definitely have that kind of pedigree in them to keep winning. So I don't know. I quite like that. I mean, that's probably again more of a romantic choice, but I'd quite like to pin them for something special. Obviously, not win it.
Hey, I finally got an actual draw up. That's nice.
Yeah, they're explaining the rules.
I'm actually put my headphones in just in case there's a little bit of echo here.
It'd be interesting to watch this stream on my laptop.
What do you mean?
So watch this happening right now, right next to me, while it's also happening.
that's on you.
It's some sort of horrible loop of you watching.
You reacting to it.
And you reacting to yourself, and then you're reacting to that reaction. That's hell.
Oh, God. And you just keep watching it and watching it. Yeah, no, I don't know about that, Adam.
I'm not going to do it.
What are you thinking for tomorrow, Josh? Just before they do the draw, what are you thinking for you tomorrow, Spurs in the Europa League?
Well, I'll tell you what, Jay. Tomorrow should be good because it's a Friday tomorrow, and Tottenham aren't playing. So I'm pretty confident that.
I mean your draw, mate. Fine. I mean your draw.
Well, I'm not fucking saying. You think I'm saying anything about the draw until we actually get into the competition? You do not know me very well, sir. I'm not jinxing anything.
Okay, then let's talk about tonight's game. Then, what are you thinking? Are you nervous?
We've got arrested Kane. We've got the captain of their club who's decided to act Kane.
Yeah, that weird video.
Mad.
And they had to apologise for it. And Mourinho's come out and said the only thing they know.
Yeah. I pray that if Harry Kane scores, even a bucket load of goals, he goes at the camera and does the same Harry Kane, get on my dick dance. That'd be fun.
That's the dream. That is the dream. I mean, you've had some ropey games in the Europa League up until now, haven't you?
Yes, we have. If you want to say ropey, I want to say tactically getting 2 men sent off against Plovdiv and winning the game. I think that's very, very different. No, I mean, it wasn't ropey against. God, I can't remember the other team. That's awful.
Plodvid.
Anyone?
I didn't see anyone I know.
No. Plodvid was the first one, which we almost went out, and then we played
Macedonia.
Oh God, someone else, and they scored a screamer. It beat Joe Hart. It wasn't nothing you could really do about it. We move on. It's fine. This draw is not working on my TV, by the way, so I might need your.
You can listen to us. They're just getting into it now. Yeah, you leave and we'll watch the stream. Yeah.
It's been a pain.
They're just getting into it now.
Mm-hmm.
We got two Chelsea boys there, Didier and Malouda. All right, so we're going for the pot one, boys. This is it. It's finally happening. Everybody calm down. It's been a while. It's been a minute. First team coming out is... Go on, Didier.
I know this is the worst thing to say.
It's Bayern Munich.
Stream, but can you guys hear me? Because I have all noise has gone. Just gone.
We can hear you, Josh. We can hear you.
Sad.
Can you not hear us?
I'll leave. I'll pop back in a minute.
Yeah, you just leave. All right. So Munich with God, Josh coming in with the technical difficulties, So yeah, the first team is Bayern Munich. Let's come out of the part. It's nervy because now we've seen Bayern Munich. You just don't want to see your fucking team. Madrid.
I think they're placing them all in the pot.
Yeah.
So this bit doesn't really matter at the moment.
Group B, Madrid. Yeah, it's just who do you want to get?
Mm-hmm. And whilst Didier Drogba is taking these balls out, give me 2 seconds.
I thought you was going to say you're going to take your balls out then. Well, we'll get Adam. Josh, you back? Can you hear us, mate?
I can hear you now. Honestly, don't know what happened.
You're coming in, mate, with the technical difficulties, bringing it in.
I could be on my computer doing this, but I've had to leave my niece sat with a bowl of crunchy nut and Alexa. So, in order to get free space to do this.
Oh, no. Okay, so Liverpool. Group D is Liverpool. So Group A and D are some of the big ones at the moment.
Who's in C?
Porto.
Who's in A and B?
Madrid is in B and Bayern Munich is in A. Josh, what's going on? Just get it on YouTube, bro.
I can't, Jay. It's not working. Also, don't say Madrid to me. Maybe look like a fucking idiot. Which Real Madrid?
Real Madrid, yeah. They're Atletico are in pot 2.
Okay. There we go. I'm back on track now. It's always a bit of a boring one, this one, isn't it? Because all we're doing is sorting out the first pot. We could really come in at pot 2 and then start talking about it.
We'll all just wait in happiness.
Thanks for everyone that's still here. We're just watching it unveil itself. So.
Yeah, that's a shout. Thank you, everyone that's here at the moment. Thank you, anyone that's watching. But as a YouTube video, because there's going to be a YouTube video after. The draw's just coming out now, so don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
But also, just in general, if you're watching live, if you're not watching live, just cheers. Honestly,
100%. Drop us a subscribe, maybe.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We see you. And normally, this is, if you're enjoying this is technically the lowest quality of things we do. So it's only up from here.
It's true. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, hang on. So I don't know, whoever is still here, are you just watching us or have you got the stream next to you? Because we're not doing very well at the moment, are we?
Says it's you, Adam. Now, they're talking about the Defender of the Year now.
Right.
They're really dragging this out, aren't they? It's not doing us any favours.
Who is Defender of the Year and why is it Van Dijk?
Well, it's Kimmich, I think.
It's women.
He plays CDM.
Kimmich, yeah, look, Defender of the Year.
He's a CDM. I'm not having this. Did you see his goal yesterday?
Nah.
Watch Kimmich's goal yesterday. An absolute madness. He bursts through the entire centre of the pitch, shoots, it deflects, and as he then face plants into the ground, he just swings his back leg out, plows the ball into the ground and puts it. It was incredible. Oh, that is class.
Kimmich is one of those players, man, that right now, he's on fire, isn't he?
And he just looks so angry all the time, but in a good way, in the way you want your footballers to look angry all the time.
Yeah, I know what you mean by that as well.
Passion. I think passion is the word I'm looking for.
Very passionate. That whole Bayern squad is just unreal. We mentioned it just before. They've won 2 more trophies since winning the Champions League. They are just a deadly, deadly team.
I don't like it.
Well, we were saying this. They've done horrible things to us, yeah. And I said to this to Adam, like, do we want to avoid do we want to get them in the group stages, so maybe come second in the group, and then we don't have to get them around to 16? Like that.
With your defence, I think you'd do even worse against Bayern Munich this season than you did last season. I think you top them it.
But quite possibly, yeah. I mean, they ran us ragged anyway, didn't they?
No.
I don't know. Thiago Silva only kept one. His team kept one pass with him. Only let him one, rather.
But then he let West Brom score 3 past him last week, didn't they?
Yeah, but West Brom and Bayern Munich, different levels, boys, different games.
Where's Robinson at Bayern Munich?
Exactly, but they ain't got him. Also, highest pitch in all of England. Thiago Silva just wasn't climatised. That's all it was. Come on, boys. There's levels to this game. They really do drag this kind of stuff out, though, don't they? I bet everyone's sat there right now, like, just fucking tell us who we got. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's have time to eventually try and sign into something there.
Let's have some guesses, yeah? Who's going in the pots? Who's going in the first pot with me?
Who's going in? Just
it's going to be us, isn't it?
Yeah, you're going to be like, let's guess, and then it's just going to be you lot.
City are going to get the easiest group.
Porto, isn't it?
You what, Josh?
The one to get is Porto, isn't it? That's what you want. Or
Zenit. Yeah.
You want United to get Telles and then go to Porto with him.
Yeah, yeah. What are they? No, what are they? Are they? They're like asking how to pronounce his name live. So thank you for everyone that's in here not watching them asking Kimmich how to pronounce his name. Like, come on, they're just
it's not even Joshua, is it? It's Hosua. Hosua.
Yeah, that's what they're asking now, but they've asked him about 5 times.
What is he refusing to answer?
No, he's just kind of smiling at them, and now he's talking.
Is he confused?
Oh, they're talking. They've just mentioned what you said, Josh. They're like, technically, you're a defender. It's like, well, if you have to say technically, he's not. They've broke the system here, boys.
He's an absolute CDM. I know he played right back for a little bit for them, but
that's just because theirs was injured, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's like everything that Roberto wants to be as a player.
He's just full on slagging your 2 clubs off.
Yeah, he did. He did just literally slag Spurs and Chelsea off.
Annihilated. That's all I can do,
Only 25. Yeah, so look like you said, Josh. I mean, Zenit, Porto, out of the big group you'd rather get. But then even in if you look at pot 3, I think Inter Milan would cause us trouble. Leipzig probably would as well.
I mean, in that pot 3, you're looking at Inter, Leipzig. I wouldn't particularly want to face Atalanta or Lazio. Krasnodar are a dark horse. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, so Adam was struggling. So, if you look at pot 4, Josh, and if you go to Rennes, if you go one above, try and pronounce that club.
Oh, that's where Van der Vaart went. It's FC Midtjylland.
Midtjylland,
isn't it? FC Midtjylland.
Adam refused to give it a go, so fair enough.
I think it's that. Van der Vaart went there at the end of his career. I miss Van der Vaart. The top player.
That's the thing with you. Like, you have this mad knowledge of just football. Obviously, it's nowhere near Ross's level, but this encyclopedia, you're just out of nowhere. But like, oh yeah, that's where this person went. This is that.
Van der Vaart's a Tottenham legend. It's not like I'm telling you something that obscure.
No, I know, but it's still.
What is exciting is tonight Tottenham do a live stream called the M17 live stream, and they get special guests on. So against Chelsea, they had Bale chat to him at half time. And this week they've got Ronnie Rosenthal because he played for both us and this Maccabi Haifa.
Wow.
He's having a great time.
I think we're finally moving on to pot 2 now.
Right.
So me and Adam should get nervous.
Yeah. Can you run through? You know, when it comes through, what the entire pot is? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I'm not going to fucking.
Just for you, not for people watching. For you. You're like, yeah, just do it for the stream, lads. Yeah.
Everyone needs to know.
Everyone needs to know. Yeah, Josh needs to know. Yeah, this is where it gets nervy for us now, Adam.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what to expect now. Sure, boys.
For every group, we need to pick the worst and best game. Like, you know, we need to think. I hope there's some proper shit ones. Like, I want to see Krasnodar Midtjylland. That's what I want to see.
And we'll do a live watch along for that. Yeah.
Here we go.
Come on, boys. Right, it's getting nervy now, people.
Oh,
he's giving him a wiggle round. Let's go, Didier.
Go on.
Didier needs to fix this for us.
Allegedly.
Right,
This is to go into Bayern's pot, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. Madrid are in pot A with Bayern Munich.
That's a saucy game.
No, that's a lie. It's A, C, or D.
We get selected into a pot now.
Yeah. Don't listen to us. It could still be Bayern Munich, though. Let's see. Come on, Malouda. What we got? Who are Madrid with? Open it up, lad. Come on. I'd love one of these little balls, you know. Oh, it was Bayern Munich. Yeah, we absolutely knew. That's a big one. I'm excited for that one already then.
Yeah, so Bayern and Atletico Madrid in pot A.
Oh my God, mine's finally loaded up. However, they've just revealed on mine. Oh no, sorry, I'm on.
Oh, okay, we're at Chelsea now, boys. Okay, we can either be B or C. So that's Madrid or who's C? I can't remember. Come on, up the boys.
Comment below if you fucking hate Chelsea. By the way, just drop a comment below.
Drop the comment. Drop a subscribe as well. Yeah.
You can get everyone. Can't you?
Here we go. Come on, boys. Who we got? Come on, Malouda. Oh, this is nervy, man. What pot are we in, big boy?
E.
Who the fuck was E?
Oh, for God's sake.
Sevilla. That's not the worst. It's not the best, but it's not the worst.
Maybe, you can play a game with them and they can get 2 men sent off and you can manage to tie the game again like last season.
4-4. Yeah. I hope that happens. Listen, Adam, you say that's an easy one. They beat you in the Europa League, mate. So
that's a silly comment, that.
So that it's not the hardest one, but it's not the best one. Barcelona are up next, boys.
So just a
5-time winners.
Chelsea.
Oh man, Sevilla. Okay, that's not too bad. I'm quite happy with that.
I think that's a winnable game for you, to be honest with you.
It's absolutely winnable, but so is West Brom. You know.
Yeah, good point.
So it's still nervy.
Hey,
but...
we don't have one of the best left backs in Europe now running at you because he's at Tottenham. And United didn't manage to get him.
Barca and Juventus are in the same group.
Oh, that's a nice one. Again, another big one, that.
Come on.
Ajax.
Yeah, someone just said it's Ronaldo v Messi.
Yeah.
How fun. Reunited. So Ajax are up next. Like I said, I know I just said that, but I'd absolutely imagine you had imagine we got to do the draw. That'd be so fun. We'll get there one day, lads. We'll get there one day.
Genuinely, we're closer in line to take the throne.
Maybe.
Ajax are in with Liverpool.
Oh, come on, Ajax. Let's go.
Good game. Good games. I mean, I don't really, it's a strange Ajax team now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not. It's nothing like we know it was.
Right, so far we've avoided Bayern.
Shakhtar Donetsk.
To be fair, Adam, you're looking all right at the minute.
I'm hoping these get Madrid.
Just the two spinning around. B with Real Madrid, I think.
Yep. So does that mean we've got either Zenit or Porto?
I think that is right. You jammy bastard.
Perfect, because then we get to really show the world how crap Solskjaer is when he loses to Zenit.
Zenit and Porto.
Borussia Dortmund.
We'll have either Zenit or Porto, and then that turns who you have.
I got this as Zenit written all over it. I don't know why. That's just.
There's one more team that we can get in. I can't think who it is.
You also said
PSG.
PSG, yeah. I hope you get PSG and hope there's justice for that game. Dortmund have F. Zenit, you were right, Josh.
I'm I know these things. I know how the people rigging the system and people work. They're like, that's just a nice game.
Josh has inside men.
So we're going to get Porto or PSG.
Here we go. United. Come on, PSG. We need the redemption arc.
I do not want to play them.
Why, how can you I thought there's only one ball left. How are you getting Porto or PSG?
Because Porto...
Wait.
Oh, no. Oh, Porto weren't out then. There you go. You got PSG. Go on, the boys.
A few people might be listening there going, what the hell are you on about?
These guys
I'm not sure how I feel about that one.
Man City will play.
They got Porto. They've got another easy one, yeah.
Porto, yeah. Okay, that all makes sense now. Sorry.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we go in Porto's group?
Because Porto.
There you go.
You
get to know Adam. Yeah. Well, there you go. PSG. You've got PSG.
Right, what's the game? It's Juventus Barca? Is it the game of the? Oh no, it's probably. I would say it was United PSG.
Well, Ed said what a match Barca Juve. So yeah, it's either that or Madrid Bayern, isn't it?
Madrid I don't know. PSG United that is a very early test of United's mettle. If you get battered in that. I mean, Ollie's clearly not the man that's going to lead you to a major trophy anyway, but that'll prove it.
We got 2 chances, to do them over. So we'll see how that one goes.
Yeah.
Well, give me 1 second. I'm just going to go over there for a minute while we find out midfielder of the year.
I would not like Inter Milan in our group with us.
That's a shout. So we still have people like Inter Milan, Atalanta to potentially join our group, which is big. I'm happy with my draw so far. Sevilla, European champions, but it's tough. Mr. Kicks just said maybe Sancho versus Neymar if United did sign Sancho.
That's a big competition, isn't it? I like the sound of that, but we need to sign him for him.
They rejected a bid, didn't they, recently?
Yeah, so it was 80 million plus 20 million add-ons.
Okay.
Now, they won 108 million, 110 million. Why can't we just fucking give it him?
Yeah, they've sat firm with that this whole time, so Yeah.
It's the equivalent of like United don't realise they're in Asda. They're not in like a street market in Venice, and they're going. Do we take a tenner? And they're going, no, this is Asda. The price is $12.99. You're like, I don't know. That's not how we do things here. That is the price. If you want the merchandise, pay the money. Maybe Sancho versus Neymar. Maybe. Hopefully not.
But am I right in saying, Adam, that you still don't have a proper technical director? Is that right?
Of course they don't. That would make them a well-run club.
Yeah. So I'm guessing. So there's who the hell's dealing with your transfers then?
Woodward. It was David Gill. When Fergie was in charge, we had David Gill, and if we wanted a player, we'd get him. You know, most of the time, we wouldn't even be speculated with a player. I know it's different now, but if we would just sign a player, I'm like, oh, okay. But now, so David Gill left, and then I think he's working with the Premier League now. And Woodward come in and sorts our transfers out for us. Or should I say, doesn't sort our transfers out for us. So all he can say is, same as Lampard, I want these players. It goes as far as that.
Yeah, no, it's not like it used to be, like when the likes of Fergie and Wenger were like doing all this business. Like, nah, it's not like that anymore. Luckily, Chelsea, Roman and Maria Granovskaya give Frank Lampard literally anyone he's wanted, which is been class. So, yeah, Josh keeps popping in and out.
What I do particularly enjoy is when the Bale transfer fell through, United's kind of reasoning for that was, well, it's fine because we do not want an injury-prone player on a loan deal. And now Dembele's become not available, and you're like, oh, let's get Dembele, and it's like,
it's like, hold
that's the worst injury-prone loan deal.
It's getting a bit desperate, isn't it, Adam? It is. I mean, Dembele, I don't understand it. Like, I think he's a good player. He's obviously gifted, but he's come out and said he doesn't want to leave Barca. So to get him on loan, well,
actually, at the moment, maybe, yeah. But not for United at the moment. I can't wait for deadline day and you sign, I don't know, something like the Sarr from Watford.
we can link with Sarr. That's not even a joke. We'll sign Fellaini back probably.
Oh my God, yes.
Winger Fellaini. Number 7 shirt. Go big or go home.
Yeah, so Kevin De Bruyne has won midfielder of the year. That's fair. Try find an argument against that.
I mean, do you know who I think was maybe a really good shout for midfielder of the year?
Kimmich.
Yeah. You beat me to it.
Oh, I didn't know if he was actually going to say that. Oh, that's good. I mean, surprised maybe Muller could have been up there.
I think a really good shout would have been Thiago. He won it all.
Yeah, exactly. I guess they've done this though to try and not have it all be Bayern players, isn't it?
Well, I mean, but when a team walks through Europe and picks up every possible trophy there is to win, I don't think you need to worry about bias, personally.
True. It's like everyone.
We're not in year 4 now. You don't want a participation medal.
All right. So Mr. Kicks has put. I like the way you both have to lean in to read it.
Well, Mr. Kicks, I said this
the board won't back any manager, no matter who it is. We saw it with Jose. People who want Poch to United will make a difference. It happened with Jose. It will happen again. I mean, you can't argue with that. I mean, but then again, I'm surprised they didn't back Jose because, I mean, we've got a board at the moment that's backing Poch, and I can't believe it. Poch, Mourinho.
But that being said, they didn't really back Poch, and look what he managed to do.
So I'm so shocked that now we're backing a manager like properly, which I didn't expect to see happen.
Yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying if Poch goes to United, then and didn't get back in, it wouldn't be the end of the world because of his talent as a manager.
Yeah, but I said this before.
Well, yeah,
we get rid of Ole. Poch comes in. We've still got the same players. we've still got, Phil Jones that's still on the squad. He's been in the squad for nearly 10 years now. The problem doesn't lie
Yeah, but
solely
I think it kind of you see a very different Lindelof under Poch. I think you see a very different Eric Bailly under Poch. I really think so. Tell you who maybe not the player he was, but I tell you who you absolutely see the best of, Luke Shaw.
The thing was, I love him. He's been at us for a while. Well, just before he broke his leg, he was fantastic. He's just not been the same player since he's come back. I mean, and it's sad, really. But
yeah.
I mean, as well, you could.
I saw.
So we got this comment, boys. Poch is coming to Madrid. Don't worry.
Poch is coming to Madrid. The thing is, Poch would probably do a really good job, but he would get chewed up and spat out. But he would, Leah. You can't tell me that Madrid aren't going to stab him in the back at the first sign of trouble.
Would quite like to see. I mean, it'd be nice to see Hazard fit.
This is so annoying.
Right, sort your shit. We're on. I dropped him out so he could sort his shit. So we're on to the next pot now.
That team are on.
Never played in the group stages, eh? Dark horses, do I hear? Yeah, but what would never do that? No, sure. Real Madrid, a very wholesome, lovely club, aren't they? They would
never treat a manager like
that. They just sack Poch and get Zidane back. All right, so Krasnodar in our group, right? Big boys. Josh is back. Hello, mate.
It's not going well. I think it's something to do with the AirPods. It's very sad.
Well, Krasnodar are in our group, Josh.
Oh, Leipzig. This is a big one.
Who's Leipzig going to ruin someone's day?
If Leipzig get into United's pot now, I think United are in real trouble.
Of not getting out of the group, man. And that would really put some pressure on Ollie, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and then we can, batter them in the Europa when they get third.
You have to get in it first.
Big night under the lights tonight. Who's this?
H.
Group H.
Oh,
hey! Come on, boys.
That is big.
Josh, have you got a man on the inside?
I know what I'm doing. That is big,
That is. Adam, it's just you, big man.
Fuck me. Listen.
Just see, Atalanta's just been drawn as well.
Sorry, I wanted to see the heartbreak on his. I wanted to see the heartbreak. Atalanta, mate, that's massive. That is. We'll get onto that once they announce the striker.
A coach that every single team should be looking at is Nagelsmann. A United sort of anyone that's not sure about the manager right now should be casting an eye to Nagelsmann and Poch as the two managers that have. And Nagelsmann might not want to leave, but
Group D.
So that's Atalanta in Pot D with Ajax and Liverpool.
Oh, that's a biggish group, Liverpool obviously favourites to leave it first, but Ajax can do damage, and so I do think Atalanta could as well.
Depends what Liverpool turns up to the Champions League.
Yeah, they might play their kids for some of them.
Madrid. Olympiakos out next. Who's the biggest threat in Pot 4 for United?
Yeah, let's have a look. We'll have a look. Marseille.
Probably Marseille, isn't it?
Or Gladbach.
Yeah, okay, fair. Right, so C, that's pot C for Olympiakos. With City and Porto. So
Nice little group for him.
I said this.
That's something you can predict every year nowadays, isn't it?
It is, and we're not actually saying that we think it's rigged, but Dynamo Kiev out now. But we're not saying it's rigged. We're just saying that it doesn't matter anyway, because let's face it, Madrid have come unstuck. Man City have come unstuck against Monaco, Liverpool, Tottenham, and Lyon. They need all the help they can get. So
Kiev are in Juve and Barca's group.
That's a shame. Sorry, Kiev, but Inter Milan in that group.
Oh no! Do you remember last year's draw? Was it Kiev that just shook their heads?
Maybe
Do you remember?
Stade Salzburg next. Maybe they could go to Dortmund, because then you've got Haaland against his former club. Oh, that is Salzburg, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
They're going to Bayern's or Madrid's, aren't they? Oh no, they're not.
No, Dortmund. I think Dortmund. Hey, that is
Bayern's.
Sorry.
Josh, come on, get your head around it, son.
I didn't say which Madrid, to be fair. They are there.
Yeah, right. Who we got? Didier. 2 Italian teams left.
Inter Milan.
Internazionale Milano.
Is this quite likely to be Chelsea, is it? Oh, no,
we've had ours.
Madrid and Shakhtar. Okay.
Madrid versus Inter. Nice little game.
I'm sure you discussed this before I came on board, but I'm not a big fan of this skinhead Drogba.
Yeah, that's the first thing we talked about.
Second he walked out, we were like, there's bold Drogba. Listen, boys, that man can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Right. So Lazio there with Zenit and Dortmund. That's a tasty group. That I like that. There's just something quite pleasing about that group. Again, another weird player that should have moved by now. Just Milinkovic Savic has just sat there.
Yeah. Well, so what they do forward of the year and give it to Lewandowski, because if they didn't, it'd be another crime. Adam, your group, man.
It's not.
Talking about that.
I mean, there's teams I would have got. I wouldn't have rather got. Is that English?
No, it's not.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. Leipzig they're a good squad, aren't they? They're dangerous.
Yeah.
They proved it this year.
And they did it without Werner at the latter stages of the last season.
So, I mean, I can't predict that. I honestly can't.
Mate, you're going to struggle.
On what we do before this window.
Even if you do get, Upamecano is one of the talked about defenders, isn't he? So you've got that. You've got to get past him. Players like Dani Olmo are exciting. Sabitzer are exciting. They're a good team. They're a lesser team, I think, without Werner. I think they've just got Schick from Roma.
Yeah.
But, they've lost Ampadu, obviously.
He didn't play much, though.
I'd like Ampadu to stay there for one more season, to be honest, because he played really well against Tottenham.
He didn't. I think that was one of the only games he actually played for Leipzig, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, I'm aware, but it's bizarre.
Just real quick, don't get Jay started on Drogba. Hope knows. Hope knows. Yeah, no. So, but they did bits without Werner. They're a very strong squad with a very good manager. So, Adam, mate, just more heartbreak for United.
But hey, you could always bang it against some hands and see if you can win it that way.
Could happen. You got the talent to do that, or or Bruno can just go down in the box at some point.
I think that's my biggest worry about United, actually, on that subfront, because we've got 4 days left of the transfer window, and there's no one's saying that United's first 11 isn't. I think it's poorly managed, but it's a good first 11. The biggest fear with you guys is squad depth.
Well, we mentioned this before. You know, the squad that we've got still now finished fourth last season. No, third, sorry. So it's not panic stages, but
You're losing Pereira. I know he's not a great player, but you're going to shove Smalling back off.
No, in terms of squad, yeah, Tottenham fought well. They've got a big squad now, so have Chelsea. So it's going to pay the toll when we do have these Champions League games and the FA Cup games and the league games. It's going to be a challenge for us because we struggle against Luton, whoever we played. We have to bring Rashford on, Greenwood on to secure the game. So we can't be doing that. Rashford even come on against Brighton in the cup. It didn't need to happen.
I think you giving Greenwood the number 11 kind of sums up Ollie as a manager. So excited. I'm sure Greenwood's going to be in for you, but he's still just so early on in his career. Just like, and I know shirt numbers don't really mean that much, but it's just 11, go, boom, and it's like, okay, he's a starter now. Is he starting every game? You don't want these players to be relied upon, have all that pressure. You want to be able to bring them on, and you know, like, and it's a luxury that United don't have, but it's also damaging potentially.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? Just quickly, just in terms of the transfer window, I got a great comment on my Vinicius to Tottenham video that basically said, like, if we get centre back now, that's a pretty good debate me and Jay can have about like two clubs with phenomenal transfer windows. We can sort of debate what's been the better transfer window. And honestly, when Chelsea first started spending, I did not for a second think that would be a debate. But actually, considering the kind of club Tottenham are and players like Gareth Bale and Reguilon, that is a very interesting debate to have. Adam, you might want to sit out that one.
Yeah, no, mate, that is actually, it's a very, very interesting debate because I feel like, Spurs you've been so smart. I mean, the first 2-3 signings, everyone were like very good signings, very smart, and then you went and even just take it a step beyond, got some world class talent in, got some new fresh blood in with Reguilon. You know, like you've done well. It's mental. What's Levy doing, man?
I was telling Adam in our preview for United video, this is purely a bit of a weird source, but Alistair Gold, who does a lot of reporting for Tottenham, says that apparently all the Tottenham officials, Mourinho, everyone, basically got back the stats of the match, and they were literally baffled about how there's Lewandowski
as you do
baffled about Reguilon's running stats. They like got this piece of paper with how far he'd run and how fast and how much, and they were like, "No,
yeah."
What are you doing?
Because we were linked with him before Chilwell. I did some like research into him. He's class. I mean, Asby sent him flying, but that was like one. But like that was
because he made the mistake. He gave the ball away desperately. He knew that if he makes that worldy challenge, that's amazing, and he took.
Yeah. I don't want to take it too far from him because like he had a great game.
Is at least he just got done. Like if that's Aurier, he doesn't.
It's a red card.
Slides through it.
Yeah.
Perhaps better.
We've got another comment, another person saying Juve versus Barca. Seems to be a favourite. Everyone's quite excited about the prospect of Juve Barcelona here.
I think it is just the Messi Ronaldo factor. I think also you've got it'd be really nice if, because I just think that Barcelona deserve this a little bit. It'd be really nice if Arthur had a really good game against, because that Pjanic Arthur deal is the most confusing thing I've ever seen.
It's awful, isn't it?
I like Pjanic as a player, but Barcelona, what are you doing? Like I remember it kind of actually worked a bit better, but it reminds me a bit of when Real Madrid and Bayern Munich swapped Xabi Alonso and Tony Cruz. And obviously Xabi Alonso is a fantastic player, but he was like 30 1 or something. And Cruz was like just coming into being like one of the best midfielders in the world. And it was just a swap. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, it was weird, isn't it?
And it didn't
You've
work,
also
but
you've also got 2 teams with new managers coming in. Pirlo being a new manager in general, and Koeman coming into Barcelona, changing things up a little bit, getting rid of everyone. So yeah, it's an exciting time, man. We've also got another comment here saying, "Why Man City easy group?" Mate, I think if you're going to predict something each year, it'd be that City would get a relatively easy group.
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing what a little bit of money can do, isn't it?
See, we were smart with it. We were smart because we got Drogba there. You know what I mean, to move around some balls for us. But I don't know who they've got on the inside for them.
I mean, like Ollie was tapping at the window, going, "Can you give us an easy group as well, please?"
Yeah, we could do with an easy group. and then they've told Drogba to give them PSG Leipzig. All right, we're on to the final one now, lads. Final part, which is exciting. It's gone on for way longer than I thought it would, but we're here. We move.
It's a shame to not see anyone like Celtic come in to get whipped. It's a shame they absolutely fucked it in the qualifiers.
Yeah. that is a shame. But, you know, we got the likes of Marseille, Gladbach. You know, these aren't pushover teams.
Yeah, is Marseille's...
We won't be able to get Marseille.
Yeah, you're right, mate. First up, Big Didier.
Marseille
straight away.
Go to United. Come on!
They can't because of
PSG.
Oh. Such a shame. Big group if they come to ours.
Oh, my leg's gone dead.
You're on the floor now. I've only just realised.
I was sat on the floor for a little bit. Yeah.
Come on, Malouda. Who we got? Marseille are in.
Drogba, shut up.
Drogba, keep it going. Distract them. Group C. City's group.
Okay, someone, you know, still a game that City should win, but at least they've got something.
Yeah, that's a bit harder now.
Just,
that's the biggest team.
I'm really struggling here. I've got I'm trying to stare at these games through pixels. We've got Lokomotiv Moscow.
Yeah, you're right, Josh.
That's why I look like, you know, your dad trying to read the paper whenever it comes up.
So we're in either A or D. Who we got, Malouda? It's so awkward when they spin around 2 of the balls. They just kind of tap it. They've got it in their head who they want. Group A. Oh, poor. Unlucky lad. So that's a straight up Munich and Madrid coming through, unless it's a massive upset. It's got to be a big one as well.
Unless Trippier fucks it.
Yeah. Unless Suarez fucks it. I've heard Costa wants to leave now as well because of Suarez coming in.
I think it's less Club Brugge up now, but I think it's less that Costa wants to leave. I think it's more... I've seen that they're quite interested in Cavani, which is a bit odd, and that's not going to happen unless they get rid of...
Yeah.
Yeah,
also, they've still got João Felix there as well. I know he's not like that kind of striker.
He can play as a winger, can't he? I don't think he was quite the player they were hoping to be. He's not going to be Ronaldo, is he? Let's face it.
Hope knows, man. Maybe he comes back to Chelsea. Maybe he comes home. Diego Costa.
We could do a bit of him up front. He's a bit of a bastard. That's what we need.
Gallo and Costa.
Oh, dirty that.
Bruges,
I'd take
Lazio, Dortmund, and oh wait, did I read that right? Yeah, and Zenit.
and Zenit.
Yeah.
Istanbul.
Constantinople.
You're just this Spurs encyclopedia, man.
If you don't know that Adebayo used to play from Istanbul, then shame on you.
My bad. I'm sorry. People should just leave the stream. Please don't.
The subscribers just
They plummet down, just straight down. All right, so her Istanbul going in with Group H.
Wasn't it?
H is
Your group, mate. All right, so
Third. We're finishing
mate, that's big, you know. Honestly, I mean, obviously, Istanbul unlucky they've joined a really tough group, but you're gonna have a bit of a fight to get out of this group.
Yeah,
and also like I'm not being funny, but you don't want to be going away like as much as it's a game you should win. It's an awkward time to then go to Turkey in that atmosphere, and I suppose there's gonna be no crowds, is there? So maybe that's fine.
No.
But
yeah.
still, not ideal.
Crowd in the stadium. It's a big game. That big stadium, very menacing.
Yeah.
Who just got pulled there? Sorry, I missed that.
Stade Rennes.
Yeah.
Rennes. Big, where we got Big Benjamin from. Not Benjamin, Eduardo. Group E. Is that our group? I can't remember what group we're in now. No. Yeah, that's it. Stade. Oh, poor Mendy. That's so upsetting. So Mendy's got to play his old club. Bless him.
I'm sure he'll survive. I'm sure he'll catch up with his friends.
He won't celebrate a goal. That's fair enough.
To be fair, if he scores, he will.
Big kick from
Midtjylland.
Midtjylland.
I know it's just the way it works in terms of certain pots from certain countries qualifying, obviously, but it is a weird phase where Midtjylland are deemed Champions League demon.
Yeah, but you got like the likes of Tottenham in Europa League. Yeah, I get what you mean. They've gone to Group D, so that's the Ajax, Liverpool, Atalanta. Again, another quite big group. I'd say that's another fight for, especially Ajax and Atalanta.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I would say Atalanta actually probably have the edge just in terms of that. Ajax squad is not the squad that was in the Champions League years ago, was it? Monchengladbach now.
So they're going to Madrid's group, aren't they?
Yeah, Real Madrid's group. That's quite a big group. Look, that's a tasty little group. That Gladbach, Shakhtar, Real Madrid. Who we got here? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that group. Venice Varsity. That's what you get when you get a Brumby trying to pronounce. Straight into that group. Goodbye. Rest in peace.
That's literally the definition of being chewed up and spat out, isn't it? They might as well just got a piece of paper and spat it at that.
Just pulling it out, scrunching it up.
All right.
So
here's the question that everyone's. What is the worst game? Salzburg Lokomotiv so far.
So yeah.
And then let's have a look at the other one. Best game there, obviously, it's you've got the Barca and the Juve. We've been through that, but I want to know the worst games. I want to know those turgid Champions League nights.
the ones no one's tuning in for.
The one where you're sure you didn't turn on the Europa League, yet here you are watching.
The theme song is blasting, and you're like, what?
Watching Dynamo Kiev versus Ferencvaros FC, and you're sat there going, hang on a minute.
Hold on a second.
No disrespect
no disrespect though to any of the teams.
A little bit of disrespect, I apologise, but
I'd say there's a little bit there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, go on then. Out of sort of you two, obviously Jay's gonna be the happier. Honest, like, I don't know how we should rate this. How are you on a scale of 1 to 10? How do you feel there, Jay? Is that 10 being exactly the dream group you want, 1 being Adam's group? Where do you sit?
So that's a good one. It's obviously not Adam's level. We've got quite lucky. Sevilla being probably the strongest out of everyone. But you can't underestimate Sevilla. They beat the likes of Wolverhampton and United last season and Inter Milan to win the Europa League. They're not going to just, fucking roll over. So they're a big, big team to look out for. But like you said, I'm pretty happy with that. We've dodged some of the big boys, but that could just result in what happened last year, where we get them in the round of 16 and cry.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is obviously remember what happened last year. I mean, I know you got through that group in the end, but that was nervy times. Ajax, Valencia, and
oh yeah.
Who was it? Do you remember?
Last year it was Lille as well.
Ajax, Valencia, Lille, and you came close in that group. And I think with the defence as well, you've still got players that are gonna come at you this year as well. And if you don't take it really seriously, it is a banana skin. Whereas, this is now definitely the biggest season Solskjaer's had at United in terms of that group. And even now he proves us all wrong, or he proves me right. Like,
it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. At the moment, I'm very nervous.
So I've just got it up here, lads, on the screen. We could take a look at it. So that's Group A and B. Let's just find your group, Adam, so we can have a chat about it. Yeah, so there's your group.
The firmly imprinted into his mind.
No, there you go, Adam. So Paris, United, Leipzig, and Istanbul.
Paris are going to want to do us over big time.
Redemption arc.
It's going to be a very tasty game to watch from a neutral as well. That's probably the biggest game apart from Juventus and Barca.
I hate the way you say Juventus, man.
But even, like we said before, Leipzig ain't pushovers, so we're going to have to be in our best behaviour, aren't we? We've got to go back into the Europa League, aren't we?
Well, I think we're done here, boys. That's been a fun stream. Thank you, anyone that has been here with us on this ride. Thank you, anyone that's watching after this was a stream. It's become a video. Lads, anything else to add before we end this?
Really, I assume you asked me a question. You've gone for the last time, but I thought I'd just nip off anyway because we're done now. I was just waiting for you to your lips to stop moving. There's not really much point in me going and coming back again. I think we're at the end now. Unless that's something really important. We're going to win the Europa League. We're going to get through the qualifiers tonight. It's fantastic, and I'm off. But sorry, Adam went through halfway through his thing, and I just thought I'd sit and wait because there wasn't.
That's so funny.
Yeah, sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. I'll leave these two to it. I'm nothing to do with even me. Thank you very much, Brown Beast. And that's the man that called me sad, miserable. I think. But, I hope I was a bit happier here for this. Tell your dad goodbye. Lots of love. See you. We're not going to do this in the Europa League, but I'll make a video after it. Bye.
Tell your dads, everyone. Cheers. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. That was a great outro by Josh. See ya.